Whoop whoop. We are live. Thank you so much for joining me on today's show. Now, the internet moves so fast, okay? Just yesterday, everybody was talking about this Quavo and Saweetie thing, the tussle in the elevator, and today everybody's on to the next thing. Nobody's talking about it. But me, once again, I am behind. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to address some things that I didn't hear other people talk about, okay? So, yeah, we're gonna go into this. We're gonna watch the video obviously, and I'm gonna point out some things that I didn't hear other people say. We're gonna go into what some people on Twitter were saying, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts. So I really think that y'all are missing the point. From everything I've seen, people are talking about all the wrong stuff, and I think y'all are missing the point. But we're gonna get right on into it. Here we go. Cue the intro. So yeah, simply my thoughts. I would love to hear yours. Leave a comment down below.
If you're wasting your time, if you're not getting you a Birkin, if you're not paying for your bills, then throw that back to the streets, okay?
Okay, we heard that. And Quavo was behind her like, well, you heard the lady. You heard what she said. I mean, it is what it is. So this was the thing that went viral that she said ages and ages ago. And yeah, well, things didn't end up the way we all thought they would be. I mean, people saw this and they were totally in love with this couple. People thought they were goals. This is where the whole goals thing came from. Like, she's just getting these Birkin bags left, right, and center. Wow, that must be a relationship that I should aspire to. That's amazing. That's luxe. That's what a woman should deserve. That's what it is to be in a relationship. The man should lavish you with all these gifts. And then they broke up, and that was a dumper on some people. And then we saw this footage from TMZ, from the elevator, where they were tussling. I got some thoughts on that. It seems the Birkin didn't do jack, but enough of that because everybody has been clowning Saweetie for saying what she said in this video. But here's the thing. Okay, no, wait, actually, let me address that real quick. So perhaps Saweetie has this obsession with wanting rich men because then at least when they treat her badly, she can say that she didn't waste her time on a broke dude. But when somebody leaves you emotionally and mentally scarred or broken, is the bag worth it? The figurative one and the literal one. The car, is it worth it? The humongous house, is it worth it? I mean, it's about to really not be worth it now that the LAPD is starting an investigation after seeing the video, but more on that in a second. Now, I've said this before, all this chasing money, chasing a man because of his money, wanting a high value man only because he's rich, not because of any other quality that could make him a high value man. Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. We see it time and time again, but refuse to believe that these ingredients make it a disastrous recipe, okay? So let's take a look at this elevator video. I'm gonna point out some things I haven't heard anybody say yet, so stay tuned. So you guys, I don't know if you saw that, but in the shade room version of this video, you do not see that Saweetie throws the first punch. At least when I say the first punch, I mean from when this thing started, right? This is the TMZ version. And also, I was so surprised that people even knew it was Saweetie because I couldn't tell. I know they were together at the time, but it could have been anybody else from the video. I can't really tell if that's her. Quavo, you can really tell because he actually looks right into the camera at some point. But Saweetie, I couldn't tell. But in any case, apparently it's her. But in the beginning, you can see her throwing a punch. And what I find interesting is that we're seeing an edited version of the video. Like, obviously, this had a starting point and an end point, but we're just saying a little clip at the beginning. So we do not know what happened before and what happened after, right? But nothing of what we are actually seeing is right. So we're not going to condone that in any way, shape, or form. But let's just go back to the beginning and see what she was doing, what I'm saying, right? Boom! See that? Let's just see that again because some edited versions out there are trying to make it seem like she did nothing, but that's not the case. Boom! She tried at least. I don't think she actually managed to hit him. Let's see that one more time. Boom. And then it all went from there. And everybody's wondering what's in that orange suitcase bag. It does say Call of Duty at some point when it's lying there. You can see it say Call of Duty. I don't know why they would be fighting over a Call of Duty game. These people are very rich. They have a lot of money, been bragging and talking about a lot of money that they have. And you're just wondering, why would this even be an issue? But this just goes to show, don't touch people's stuff. It doesn't matter how rich they are. Do not touch their stuff. People don't like that. They are very, people love their possessions. Just stay away from it, okay? So in any case, they seem to be fighting over that game, right? And they're rolling on the ground, sort of, kind of, and then Saweetie ends up like proper on the ground. But it's not like he pushed her. I've watched this so many times, but it's kind of like they were both on the ground, and then she kind of maybe lost her balance and fell or something. But it's what happens afterwards that's just not okay. You see, it kind of just like she let go or something like that, right? Just have a look. It's not like he pushed her or anything. Just take a good look, okay? They're both on the floor fighting over the bag. And then she kind of just lets go of his hand or whatever, right? Now I'm all for, go women, this and that and that. But I saw this and I was like, okay, no, he didn't push her. She just kind of let go. But it's the aftermath that she's just kind of on the ground and seems to be rocking back and forth. Now, I don't know. It's like somebody took a picture of the surveillance video. That's what's actually happening here. And she's just kind of rocking, it seems. Probably in pain. And that's the thing that's weird to me. The fact that he's just kind of standing there like, yeah. So, okay, now what? Crybaby. Like, why are you on the floor like that, right? That's the vibe I'm getting. That's what I find really, really strange. I just, this whole situation is just really, really odd. So he's just looking at her. He's not lending a helping hand. He's not trying to help her or anything like that. This whole thing is strange because he didn't push her on the ground. So even if she's injured, which it seems later on that she is, and she's limping, these things can happen in a split second. So she could have sprained her ankle or something like that in the process of all this tussling that they were doing. Nobody knows. We were not there. But it's just kind of weird that he's just kind of there and not helping her. This is what's being put out in the media. Like, hey, he's a dude. He was rough with her and now she's on the floor and he doesn't care. I'm also wondering, why was Saweetie trying to punch him? Because I don't think that's okay either. The whole thing is just weird, and it just goes to show you that you should never make anybody goals. What's goals about this? Y'all might be broke in a relationship, but have you ever tussled in an elevator over a game or over anything at all? Have you ever been aggressive to each other in public or in the household? Because that's what a relationship is all about. It's all about love. It's all about these things, right? But people are so focused on the wrong stuff. Anywho. Now, this is another thing I find really odd. Is this like they've reached their destination and there's this guy with the blue whatever on in the jeans with the one hand in his pocket just standing there? Nobody's talking about this. Who is that person? Is that a guy? I think that's a guy. Who is that? Just casually standing there. Sees the girl on the floor. He stands there frozen. He doesn't move. He doesn't say, You know how some people don't like confrontation? They don't like these type of situations, so they'll just run off. He doesn't do any of that either. He's just there. He doesn't go to call for help. He doesn't come inside to help. You don't see him like gesturing anything or really doing anything much. He's just there like frozen. Is that a statue? You guys, this is weird. That person is not moving. That's weird to me. Nobody's talking about that. That's weird to me, okay? I don't know if he put that bag aside so that the other person could enter. The other person is there frozen. And if they were going to go into the elevator, now they're like, just wait for the next one. Nobody thinks that's weird? That's weird to me. So the person doesn't enter. And now they're pressing. I don't know if they're going somewhere now. I don't know what's going on. And then did you see that flash? That means that there was a little bit of a clip in between possibly, and they edited it and show, you see that white flash, so they edited it so that we get to this next clip. There's definitely more to the story, as there always is. We're always just here giving our commentary, speculating, having our own ideas, but yeah, there's definitely way more to this story. And the police is going to dissect it bit by bit, as we will talk about very, very soon. Then the door opens. He eventually is holding that Call of Duty suitcase, bag, whatever. Casually walks out with it, and she's still on the floor. You guys, this is not okay. And then I don't know if he's holding the elevator open for her, like, yo, get out. That's why he's putting the suitcase there. Obviously, we can't hear what they're saying. But he's holding the thingy-majiggy open for her. And she seems to struggle to get up. Like, you see this rocking back and forth? She's struggling. But he's not helping her. He's kind enough to leave the door open, but he's not helping her up or anything. Then she slowly gets up and here's the limp. And it looks like she's not wearing shoes. Oh, so strange. I don't care how beautiful your apartment complex is. I don't care what. We're in the midst of Kuro. There's germs everywhere. There's viruses everywhere. There's everything everywhere. And germaphobes out there, we do not approve. What the heck? Weird. Is that her shoes on the... Oh, that's her shoes on the ground. That must be her shoes on the ground. So maybe that's the level that goes to her place, because some people were saying it's her place. So much weird stuff going on with this video. None of this is adding up. But anyway. Well, courtesy of TMZ, by the way. When you're laying on the floor, possibly injured, and your high-value man looks down on you with disdain, not a care in the world, and not willing to lift up a finger to help you after your scuffle, what are the riches doing for you in that moment when you've been thrusted to an elevator floor like that? Both of you roughing it out on the floor like children, trying to overpower each other to get that one toy. The money meant flip all in this moment, and I hope women see that they need to tweak their wants to not be so superficial. At the end of the day, what really makes a relationship work is love and respect. Not saying that she doesn't require that too, but you know the media, they'll take one thing that you say, one thing that you yourself amplified by saying that, you know, if he doesn't buy you a Birkin, throw him to the streets. Okay? Nothing about love, nothing about respect, nothing about things that really matter. Once celebrities amplify these things, that's what people are going to run with, right? That's what people are going to try and live up to if they see you as an idol, if they see you as a role model, right? But things like love and respect, those should come first and foremost, and everything else is an added bonus. Now, the video in the elevator was recorded last year before the public breakup because, well, public? Put that in bracket, because who really knows when these people broke up or how many times they had before without our knowledge. In any case, we don't know the events that preceded this altercation. However, I will say that it is funny that the Shade Room had an edited version of this video where it seemed that Quavo was the sole perpetrator. So that video had me hot for a second, and then I saw the TMZ one and I was like, oh, well, see, there's always more to the story. So everybody's concerned with, well, what was in the orange bag? And why was she taking the bag? Is that a Call of Duty bag / suitcase? I'm more wondering how we got here again. Like, this doesn't have to happen at all. But the fact that this is public and it's this public is concerning. Because I believe that whatever you do in public is very normal in your household, okay? And whoever held onto this footage should have leaked it sooner if their intentions were to help this couple out of their toxic relationship. But nope, they kept it until the couple went viral for something, in this case their breakup, and then leaked it. Probably got loads of money for it. Anyway, what can we learn? If the love ain't there, bounce amicably. Can't say the word, but whatever. Amicably. If the respect ain't there, bounce respectfully. Don't ever be reduced to the levels of an elevator ground. Like, to me, it's even symbolic, right? A tussle in an elevator. They might have been going up. But they were actually reducing themselves to the ground. It is so sad on so many levels. Now, I really don't think Quavo or Saweetie will speak out personally about this incident. I see more and more people actually trying, celebs in particular, trying to heal off social media, and I'm here for it. I think that is the best thing to do. I hope they just move on from this and we get to learn from this. Not if the LAPD has something to say about it. So this is what they are reporting, right? So the Quavo and Saweetie elevator altercation is reportedly under investigation by the LAPD. This came out on the 1st of April. So the cops now want to meet with both Quavo and Saweetie separately to get a better understanding of what transpired. And sources also explain that the matter could be ruled a domestic violence dispute where both were in the wrong. But the cops will need to figure out what happened before the footage was rolling to best determine how they would handle charges for the incident. This is really serious. This is really serious, and actually, it's interesting that the cops will get involved. I guess, yeah, nobody was really thinking about this. They should get involved, because why are people laying hands on people, throwing people on the floor? Like, what is going on? This is not normal behavior. Even though a relationship is over, see, this just goes to show that whatever you do, it will come back to you. There's certain things you just can't do, and it doesn't matter whether you're celeb or not. It doesn't matter whether the relationship is over or not. If there's footage, and these days there's footage of everything and anything, there's cameras everywhere, you never know who's looking, you never know who's filming, so you better come correct in this world in general. But yeah, it's interesting that the police is going to get involved, because I feel like them getting involved will finally actually make these people, this discussion back and forth, who was wrong, who was right, they're going to view the footage, the full footage, because I really don't know why they didn't show the full footage, but they're going to show the full footage, and they're going to see the full footage, sorry, and they're going to come to a conclusion as to who was wrong or right or whatever, right? So that should be very interesting. So yeah, Twitter. So somebody says here, the toxic I don't even know if you can say that word these days, but feminists trying to victimize Saweetie like she didn't try to swing Quavo and steal his thing. We still don't know whose thing that was. It looked like he thought he was the rightful owner of that thing, the way he was holding it towards the end there. Trying to victimize Saweetie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm all for women empowerment, this and that, but we shouldn't pretend like she didn't try to swing. Why was she trying to do that? Why was he not helping her? I think they were both in the wrong. I don't think that's right either. You know, we have to be realistic. Then somebody else says, I want to see a man swing y'all's daughters and mothers like Quavo swung Saweetie, and we'll see how you ninjas feel about it now. And that's the thing. If you were out there, out and about, and you saw somebody else do that to somebody you know, a daughter, your daughters, your mother, any of your female family members, nobody would be happy about it. Even the simple fact that he did not care to help her off the ground, nobody would respect that, right? You see, all these people, all these men are super protective over their sisters and stuff like that. When they start to date, protective over their mothers. They would not stand by like that statue all dressed in blue guy that was standing outside of the elevator. I don't know who that was, but nobody would stand by. No man would stand by as their loved one, female loved one, was being treated like that. That's real. Ain't none worse than astrology Twitter weighing in on the Quavo and Saweetie situation. Quavo is an Aries, an abusive, an aggressive sign. Not surprised with his behavior. Yeah, okay. So sometimes with these things, it's like you can't lump all of them together, right? Sure, not all Aries are abusive and stuff like that, and aggressive and stuff like that. So no, probably not. But yeah, everybody's weighing on this, including me. Everybody has something to say. Somebody else says, that clubhouse room you're about to make about Saweetie and Quavo, don't do it. Put your phone down. Yeah, put your phone down for real, because the internet doesn't stay on one topic for long enough. This was a hot topic like yesterday, and today nobody's talking about it. It's crazy how quick everything goes these days. Somebody else says, I think this is the last one. I fear all y'all saying that Quavo and Saweetie video is a normal relationship, quote unquote, fighting. Like, what's wrong with y'all's relationships? Yeah, that's a bit scary. If you think this is normal, this is not normal. Let me tell you right here. Right now. This is not normal behavior. This is not what a normal relationship should look like. Definitely not normal, and shouldn't be made to seem like it. But somebody else says it absolutely wasn't abuse. Well, some people might beg to differ. Let's just see what the police has to say about it. In any case, it definitely isn't normal. And she was limping towards the end there, so we don't know if there were any injuries sustained from maybe before. Or was she limping before? I don't know. Or during. It's wild. Here are my final thoughts. Now, here's what y'all are missing. It is never, ever okay to be dealing with somebody in this fashion. Neither a woman nor a man should put their hands on another person in any circumstance. They have all the money in the world, but evidently in this moment, did not know how to treat each other. You do understand that in this moment they were together, for as far as we know, and supposedly an extremely loving couple. Regardless of what preceded this incident, What made them lash out like that in public? In public. Yo, I think people are not even thinking about how crazy that is. Whatever odd behavior you see somebody doing in public, trust and believe, like I've said before, they are doing even worse at home. And that's just how it is. You wouldn't even want to show your bad side in public, right? Everybody tries to show their best for the world to see. So the fact that they stooped this low is very telling. Allegedly. Also, the camera in the elevator. Let's talk about that for a second. I mean, there are literally cameras everywhere these days. Three things. Either they truly did not think the elevator would have a camera. Number two, they did it for clouds, as they were both the aggressor, in my opinion. But I think that's very unlikely and alleged. But we have seen worse. Like, people do things for clout. It happens. Or number three, the rage in them was so great that they didn't care who saw them in that moment. They just wanted to be mad. And this is how they chose to express their feelings. I truly don't know. All I know is that if your relationship turns out to be this way, you better run fast. It's not healthy, nor is it normal to ever want to inflict pain on the person you love. Not only that, if your relationship turns into a certain way in which you seemingly no longer care about the person you're in love with, then is that love, or are you together for other reasons? It looks good, it's a good fit, the world wants to see it, the world wants you together, applauds you, calls you goals, all these things, uplifts you, gives you the interviews, yada yada yada. But is it love? Alas, it must be hard being a celeb, because it seems you never get to live for yourself. If these people were going through all of this back in the day, I can't imagine. And I don't know how hard it must have been to, just put on a brave face and be together for us, or was it for them? In any case, whatever it is never worth your sanity, your peace, your physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being. And this goes for both parties. In any case, let me know what you think. Please comment down below. Follow my socials as you see them on the screen. A big thank you to Young Kingler for producing these beats, for @Virtual by K for the intro art. And as always, if you're not part of the family, make sure you hit bump stump as on that subscribe button. Comment because I really want to know what you think. Like because you always see notification bell while I add. I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Daily videos up in here. In the meantime, make time for glorious life. It's time to start what? Living it right. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.